Hi Libra, and welcome to your November reading. Just to let you know how this goes, I've pulled a overall energy card for each week, each of the 4 weeks, and then 2 clarifying cards just to see what's going on in those weeks. So, should we start with week 1? So, week 1, you have the 8 of Fire as your overall energy. I will be reading from the books initially to clarify what the overall energy means. So your keywords are action, change, transformation, transmutation, rebirth, freedom, renewed purpose, and joy. Your key phrases: transformation through action, change on a physical level, a time to act, give something a new purpose, transmute negative energy, a renewed sense of purpose, don't be lazy, inaction may yield unwelcome change. So what's going on? What have you got going on? What needs your attention? What needs you to take action? Have you been lazy? Is there something you know you need to move on but you haven't moved on? Is there an old project you need to get up and running? You've kind of been thinking about it recently but haven't really done anything. The 8 of Fire is calling you to move forwards with these things. It is then clarified by the world. So you are coming to an end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So if you have been feeling a little bit lazy in the past, or a little bit unsure about something that you have wanted to get off the ground in the past, whatever was holding you back, any negative thoughts and patterns or behaviours will now start to shift. You've clearly done something, thought of things in a different way, acted slightly differently just to move enough to welcome in this new beginning and the end of that old cycle. So well done for that. That is further clarified by the 3 of Gabrielle. Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. So this is probably something that you've had running around in the back of your mind, whether it's been in the last few weeks, last few months, last few years, or for the whole of your lifetime. You have thought about it previously, you have made plans around it, but obviously with the end of the cycle being the world, you're going to see your cards up in the top left hand corner, by the way. There was just that little bit of something that was holding you back, or that just needed tying up, wrapping up, whether it was something in your environment, a person, a situation, a place, or whether it is your own mind that was playing jailer, which it usually is. You usually tend to find that. So in this first week, it would appear that you are ready to take action, ready to put these old mindsets and negative patterns behind you and start to move forward on your plans. Well done, how exciting. So week 2, your overall energy is the essential. Your keywords are servant, administrator, mediator, justice, law, organised, trustworthy and loyal. Your key phrases: service to a higher purpose, loyalty to authority, speak for others, is your power real or borrowed, follow the rules or directions given, use personal power wisely, question everything, blind loyalty makes one blind. So with your new plans in place and the ability to move forwards with those, are you now back in a place where you need to start to look at the legalities, start to put in place structures and forms for later on? For as you expand, let's say, to business, you need to start already to think about what happens when more people get involved. You have like a daily operation practice that needs to happen. Do you need to have wear that administrative hat just to get things up and running and get things going? And as the next card you'll see says, change your life. Becoming more organised, allowing you to use your time wisely, and maybe even automate things so that in the future you only have to, well, you don't have to do the work because you've already done it and it's doing it itself. You know, putting in that extra hard work now rather than having to repeat tasks over and over again. So the satchel is clarified, as I said, by change your life. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace opportunities that change brings. So it's kind of going along with that whole first week, there is a change that needs to be made. This plan that you have could be the key to that. And yes, you are going to have wobbly moments where you kind of go, oh, is this okay? But yes, embrace these changes, whether they're expected or unexpected, because even though we know we want things to change and we have an idea of how we want them to change, it doesn't always work out like that. You have to kind of be like a river and just flow with it. That's clarified by the King of Gabriel. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So it is kind of, as I'm looking further down these, to me it feels like you are doing the prep work for when things do reach that big picture stage. Yes, your plans may be new now, but with consistent work they will grow, and you will need to have things in place when they do. So rather than having the pressure of doing everything at the time as and when needed, you can start to put some of these things in place now, and at least be thinking about these things and the resources that you would need to have these things ready for your future point, as it looks very much like the cards suggest you're going to get there. So for week 3, your overall energy is the Two of Water, and your keywords are intimacy, closeness, trust, commitment, reconciliation, equality, union, codependency, and taking sides. Your key phrases: going beyond infatuation and attraction, intimacy, sharing, giving, and communication, time to forgive and seek reconciliation, a meeting of the minds and hearts, put aside judgments and blame, cherish all of your loves, maintain independence and avoid codependency, and avoid taking side. So whereas the first 2 weeks seem to be about driving plans that you've had forward as an individual, week 3 seems to have an emphasis on home life and relationships, whether it be spouse, partner, friends, family. It's asking you to make sure that you maintain your intimacy and that your heart and your head can work as a team and not either one kind of take over. Whereas your head might be all logical and thinking about this plan, your heart might require you to take a moment to indulge in your friendships and your relationships away from that plan. So that is clarified by the Queen of Raphael. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So this is really asking you to take a break from the logical mind, follow your heart, spend some time with the people that you love, not necessarily your partner or family. If you don't have those around you, it could be a pet. It could be just doing something that literally fills your heart with joy. And this time is a very good time to have a look into your intuition. Are you constantly seeing synchronicities? Is there a message that keeps coming up? Is there a song lyric that keeps sticking in your head? What could this be telling you? So the Queen of Raphael is further clarified by the Ten of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours and trying too hard to please others. Kind of just quantifies the whole, take some time out. Is there anything that you can pass on to somebody else that will help you with? Starting up a project can be quite daunting and quite involved, but is there a space where there's somebody that wants to jump on board with you, somebody who wants to be involved from day 1 or day 3, or just from a perspective of they want to be with you from the start? Can you give them a little bit of something to do? Whether it's design something for you, get them to have a look over some plans you've made, see if there's any adjustments that they could suggest. and follow your heart on those. If they do come back with any adjustments or any designs or anything, just get them to have a look over it, give their opinion, and flow with your intuition on that. So week 4, your overall energy is choice, and your keywords are choice, options, opportunities, free will, self-determination, mindfulness, manifestation, cause and effect, reward, consequence, and procrastination. Your key phrases: choice creates reality, belief is a choice, inaction is a choice, the choice is yours, determine your direction, the past has influence, choice offers reward or consequence, weigh your options, choose wisely, stop procrastinating, be responsible for your choices, and awareness empowers. So it does look like you're going to have to make a choice. You are going to be given some form of information that requires you to choose. Ideally not from a hot-headed space. Don't know why I was thinking that. But maybe take a look objectively, logically, and emotionally at the choices you make and the consequences that could come from these actions. As Peter Baelish says in Game of Thrones, be aware of every choice and every outcome. And then once you have that, you can listen to which one feels the strongest for you. But please do this from a calm, thoughtful state, not from an emotional let's go red hot poker kind of way. It's clarified by leap of faith in both decks. You'll see that these are both 0, so this is completion of a cycle and start of a new. So you've had that come up essentially 3 times, so this is definitely something, this is new for you, this is going to bring change, so be aware of the choices you make now. Anyway, the card: believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. So whatever decision you make, definitely make it from your heart. Take into account the logical, but ultimately, like it said, the choice is yours, and if you follow your heart and do what gives you joy, you will get to where you want to go quicker. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy and it's going to be smooth, but you will get there quicker and hopefully have some fun on the way. That is then clarified by the 6 of Raphael. Embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. This is again just asking you to have fun. Kind of be childish in the sense of the way kids just go around having fun rather than worrying about this, that and the other. Let your plans fall into place and work with them. Don't overthink, oh, but if this goes wrong, then this is going to happen. If that goes wrong, then this is going to happen. Just go, okay, so what's going to be the most fun and the most productive for me today? And then take that on board and walk down that way. Overall, it looks like a pretty interesting month. There's a lot of change going on, but as it would seem, all for the better, both financially and emotionally. So watch out for the emotions in week 3 and 4, and make sure you listen to your heart rather than going straight with your logic. So that has been your November reading. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you in December. Thanks.